Hey ladies, I did a video earlier about the parental assessment test that I was about to take. Now I want to let you know about that test and what questions were on that test. Number one, there was 340 questions just to answer before I even saw the forensic psychologist to take this parental assessment test. The 340 questions were part of the parental assessment test, but it was all done by a forensic psychologist. So the 340 questions I had to read one by one and answer if it was true or false or somewhat true or somewhat false or whatever. And they were questions like, do drugs control your life? Did drugs make you quit your job? Did alcohol make you quit your job? Do you drink too much? Do you wish you could drink more? Whatever, stupid questions like that. And then one question was, have you thought about your suicide note and what you would write in your suicide note? What I would write in my suicide note? I don't want to commit suicide, and I've never thought of writing a suicide note. And this parental assessment test was all to become a foster parent, in case you haven't followed on my other videos. So then I go into the forensic psychologist's office, and he makes me put these shapes together. He has this booklet with pictures on it of shapes, and then I have to compare and try to make that shape with the shapes that he's just placed on the table in front of me. And then he says, I'm going to tell you some numbers, or I'm going to say some numbers, and you say them back to me. And they weren't as simple as 1, 2, 3, but if he were to say 1, 2, 3, then I was supposed to say 1, 2, 3 back. And then he said, now I'm going to say some numbers, and I want you to say them backwards. I'm trying to make this video short, but anyways, and then he had like some shapes again, and he wanted me to say what one was missing because it went in a certain order. And so like if there was a circle shape and then a triangle shape, then a rectangle shape, then a circle shape should come next or whatever. And then he asked me about my family. He asked me about my siblings, how many siblings I had, and how my parents got along, and if they got divorced or whatever, stuff like that, which I understood that kind of thing. But the thing about this is I've already had a background check done. I've already had fingerprints done. My mom's had a background check done, all before this parental assessment test today. All that was done like back in September, and here we are, May. So they should already know that I don't do drugs, I don't drink. He also asked me if I've ever been in jail before. He asked me if I did want to commit suicide, if I've ever thought of committing suicide. So oh my gosh, like I couldn't wait to get out of that place and just get out of there. Like that was nerve-wracking, and that was just like, I feel like that was stressful. And I also had to pay some for this test, and the agency that I'm going through to be a foster parent, it paid the rest of it. So like it was like $479 grand total for this test that I took today. And they had told me that it was going to take 3 hours, but it only took an hour and a half. So thankfully, that was the good part of it. So yeah, I hope to God they approve me now, because if they don't approve me and I went through all of that, like, I don't know, like, you could tell the forensic psychologist just by looking at me. He was like, no, you don't look like you've ever been to jail before, and you don't look like you do drugs or drink. So he kind of chuckled after asking me if I've ever been to jail before. So just thought I'd update you on the parental assessment test that I took today to be a foster parent. Thank you, ladies, for watching. And of course, comment below, like, and subscribe. Have a good week, ladies.